A few weeks ago, Julius Randle suffered a dislocated shoulder, and MRIs at the time thankfully revealed that he was not going to need surgery. However, we've seen him at the end of the New York Knicks bench over the last few games. No sling, nothing on his arm, looks happy and looks ready to come back for the New York Knicks. So that begs the question, where is Julius Randle right now in his recovery, and what's his timeline? Well, thankfully, head coach of the New York Knicks, Tom Thibodeau, recently spoke to NBA insider Steph Bondy of the New York Post and gave us an update on Randle and his recovery timeline. We're going to break down all of this and so much more today. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button now and make sure you have notifications turned on so you don't miss a second of the new content. And now, let's get started. Julius Randle is progressing well, and Tom Thibodeau helps explain his return process. And honestly, that's the main question that most of us has had ever since Randle has gone down. When can he return to the court, and how is he progressing? Well, thankfully, Steph Bondy, an NBA insider with the New York Post, recently sat down with Tom Thibodeau, and he got these answers to this exact question. According to Bondy, Julius Randle is chomping at the bit to get back to the New York Knicks. Coach Tom Thibodeau said he met with the power forward, who is recovering from a dislocated shoulder, and they mapped out a plan for All-Star break with a clear positive vibe about the progress. Thibodeau stated the following: "He was in my office the day before we left for Houston. We had a great visit, went through some stuff. We are already processing what the next things are. He's doing very well overall. And the thing that's unfortunate, he was playing at such a high level when he took on the injury. And I said it at the time. The one great thing about him, he's in great shape. So I think that makes it not easier. It's never easy to come back. But because of the fact that he's in great shape, I think coming back happens faster because of that." Thibodeau continues by stating, "It's going to be constant evaluation. Randle's doing well, progressing, meeting all the milestones. So when he's ready to go, he's ready to go. But that's another benefit of the break coming. Julius doesn't sit out with soreness. If he can play, he's going to play." Shout out to Steph Bondy for sitting down with Tom Thibodeau and asking him these questions about Julius Randle and his road to recovery. And honestly, that makes me very happy. He is hitting all the milestones. He is progressing well. And if you remember early on, surgery was not ruled out. It was just off the table at the time. But they were potentially going to revisit that option at some point, maybe when he was going to get reevaluated. But it seems right now, he's avoided surgery for this season. Because he's progressing well, he's looking like he wants to come back. Again, if you're looking at him on the bench, he's not wearing anything on his arm. He's not even walking bad. He's walking normal. That signals to me that he's ready to go, he's rehabbing well, and the training is going successfully. Because if it wasn't, an NBA insider somewhere would have reported that his recovery was not going well, was not going as planned, and likely surgery was going to be required. But that's not what we're hearing right now. Thankfully, his road to recovery is going very well. He is chomping at the bit to return for the New York Knicks. He wants to get back. He wants to help this New York Knicks team, and he wants to continue his sensational season that he's been having with the New York Knicks. Because let's get this right. The Knicks have two All-Stars this year, Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle. And kudos to the NBA for still giving him that All-Star bid. They could have just as easily said, out of sight, out of mind, and not have recognized the all-star play that he's been doing with the New York Knicks. But they didn't do that. They gave him the all-star bid. He's now a three-time all-star with the New York Knicks, joining Jalen Brunson this year for having an all-star duo. The first time that's happened since Carmelo Anthony and Tyson Chandler. That is saying something. One of the main takeaways from this report is Tom Thibodeau stating that Julius Randle is meeting all the milestones. That is very important into the road to recovery, and when he gets reevaluated in 3 weeks, if he's hitting all of his milestones, it's likely he's going to be cleared for on-court activities. That means it's only a matter of time before he returns for the New York Knicks and helps us win more games. But that begs the question, how early could he return? Randle is likely going to be reevaluated right after All-Star break. And if that goes well, and then he can start going to on-court activities, Then it's all development at that point in time, practicing by yourself. And then once that's going well, basketball activities, shooting, taking contact, 1-on-1, 2-on-2, 3-on-3, 4-on-4, and then finally, full court practice, full practice. And then once all of that is cleared, he'll finally return. I would think that him and OG Anunoby might return around the same time. I'm thinking mid-March to late March. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, the New York Knicks have to survive without OG and Randle till around March? Yeah, that's the case. Now, listen, anything could happen. Maybe some of them return earlier rather than later. But honestly speaking, I would rather both of them take their time, get fully healthy, and come back 100%. And once that happens, watch out, because this Knicks team is going to be dangerous. But I do not want them rushing back, rushing their recovery time because they think they have to save this Knicks team. In my opinion, this Knicks team has enough talent on it right now to float and try to win each and every game in front of them. We also have a break coming up with the All-Star break coming, so thankfully, we're going to get rest and hopefully get some more players back. Really, the biggest issue for the New York Knicks right now is our front court depth. We are down Mitchell Robinson, Julius Randle is not there, Isaiah Hartenstein was out, Jericho Sims was out for a few games. All we really had was Precious Achiuwa and Taj Gibson. That is not going to win you games in the NBA. You need more depth at the center and power forward position. Thankfully, as we get more healthy, we will get more depth over there. So hopefully, as those guys return, Julius Randle, Isaiah Hartenstein, Mitchell Robinson, will have a lot more depth, and we won't be able to have any excuses when it comes to going out there and beating teams and dominating them. Once fully healthy, we are absolutely going to be running through the league. But until then, we have to make sure it's next man up mentality. Everybody's buying in and everybody is stepping up to help us try to win games, because right now, that's all we can ask for. If we don't do that, we're going to lose more than we win. But if everybody locks in, we'll give ourselves the best chance each and every night to win more games. And the main reason for that is because we have a star knocking on the door of superstardom in Jalen Brunson on the roster. And every single night when he goes out there, he always tries to will this Knicks team to victory. And honestly, how could you not love and respect that? But what about you guys? What do you think about this major update about Julius Randle and his road to recovery? Let me know in the comments below, guys, because honestly, I would love to hear from you. But that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and smash that like button, leave a comment below, and of course, guys, please subscribe to the channel. Until next time, Knick fans. Peace.